By the way, everyone, this does have it is have a little bit of misinformation in it. She did lie within the first 2 minutes of her speech.
Who has actually been in office?
Hey, Auntie.
Yes, love.
I got a new profile picture for you.
Ah, damn. After I replace the other one?
Yeah, hold on. It's this guy right here.
What the hell? What is even that? What is even that?
He was saying a whole bunch of racist stuff last night.
Oh, yes, I do.
You have to inbox that for me. If not, beloved, have your get my number from your dad because your dad has my number.
Okay.
David, is that David? Hey, Joe,
No,
is that David?
I forgot his name. It was Ray something.
I think it's Bleach Demon Dad. No, I'm just fucking with you. Like, I was just jumping off of Steph Bleach. I'm done.
Oh, shucks. I should have got Holly to give me the big box.
Let's hear a little. I do want to hear.
I can do that now that I got superpowers. Hold on. What?
I do want to see a little bit of this. This shit's really wicked. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, trigger warning.
Hey. Yeah, so everybody be ready. Keep in mind, she did this from her damn kitchen. Okay? So just be ready. Here we go. Here come the shits.
Good evening, America. My name is Katie Britt, and I have the honor of serving the people of the great state of Alabama in the United States Senate. However, that's not the job that matters most. I am a proud wife and mom of 2 school-aged kids. My daughter Bennett and my son Ridgway are why I ran for the Senate. I'm worried about their future and the future of children in every corner of our nation. And that's why I invited you into our home tonight. Like so many families across America, my husband Wesley and I just watched President Biden's State of the Union address from our living room. And what we saw was the performance of a permanent politician who has actually been in office for longer than I've been alive. One thing was quite clear, though. President Biden just doesn't get it. He's out of touch. Under his administration, families are worse off, our communities are less safe, and our country is less secure. I just wish he understood what real families are facing around kitchen tables just like this one. You know, this is where our family has tough conversations. It's where we make hard decisions. It's where we share the good, the bad, and the ugly of our days. It's where we laugh together. And it's where we hold each other's hands and pray for God's guidance. And many nights, to be honest, it's where Wesley and I worry. I know we're not alone. And so tonight, the American family needs to have a tough conversation. Because the truth is, we're all worried about the future of our nation. The country we know and love seems to be slipping away, and it feels like the next generation will have fewer opportunities and less freedoms than we did. I worry my own children may not even get a shot at living their American dreams. My American dream allowed me, the daughter of 2 small business owners from rural Enterprise, Alabama, to be elected to the United States Senate at the age of 40. Growing up, sweeping the floor at my dad's hardware store and cleaning the bathroom at my mom's dance studio, I never could have imagined what my story would entail. To think about what the American dream can do across just one generation, in just one lifetime, it's truly breathtaking. But right now, the American dream has turned into a nightmare for so many families. The true, unvarnished state of our union begins and ends with this. Our families are hurting. Our country can do better. And you don't have to look any further than the crisis at our southern border to see it. President Biden inherited the most secure border of all time. But minutes after taking office, he suspended.
Wait, what did you say, Itchy?
Yeah, I was telling you to pause it for a second. We're going into a part of this video, and what I want to do is I want to give a trigger warning. So I just wanted to let everybody know that we're going to go into a part of this video that can be triggering to some people. So protect your peace, protect your feelings, protect your emotional sanity. So I just want to put that out there.
The woman who is about to flow, y'all.
Whole thing. I didn't see the whole thing, so thank you for that, Itchy. So
Yeah.
again, this is the time for you to scroll out. Trigger warning. So this is your time to exit the space. So we're gonna continue because I need y'all to pay attention to the cross dead center in the middle of her chest. Is y'all peeping this?
Mm-hmm.
And a simple wedding band, a single
Said it last night.
wedding band, and she married to who?
A former NFL player. They live in a multi-million-dollar home. Y'all,
Yeah,
by the
and
way.
she just has a single wedding band. But I'm gonna keep playing.
All deportations. He halted construction of the border wall, and he announced a plan to give amnesty to millions. We know that President Biden didn't just create this border crisis. He invited it with 94 executive actions in his first 100 days. When I took office, I took a different approach. I traveled to the Del Rio sector of Texas. That's where I spoke to a woman who shared her story with me. She had been sex trafficked by the cartels starting at the age of 12. She told me not just that she was raped every day, but how
For informational purposes only.
Alright,
TikTok.
so
This
I'm
is
just
for
watching this
informational
thing.
purposes only.
I get tired of watching you watch that shit.
blocks of a room.
It's a video that I didn't see. It was after the State of the
Through
Union.
that door,
And they're playing it on the
over
live.
and over again for hours and hours on
I
end.
thought you were working today. I made you lunch.
We wouldn't be okay with this
I
happening
didn't
in
know
a
whether
third
you were or
world
weren't. It was never
country.
clarified, so I made you lunch.
This is the United
Regardless,
States of America,
regardless,
and it is past
I
time,
made
in
you a
my
lunch.
opinion, that we start acting like it. President Biden's border policies are a disgrace. This crisis is despicable.
As soon as I went upstairs, it's
And
3
the
nights
truth
in a
is,
row
it
he
is
tried
almost
fucking...
entirely preventable.
Last night I finally gave
From
in.
fentanyl poisonings to horrific murders. There are empty chairs tonight
I
at
woke up
kitchen
with a slight
tables,
headache too. I
just like this one,
think it's supposed to rain today.
because of President Biden's senseless border policies. Just think about Laken Riley. In my neighboring state of Georgia, this beautiful 22-year-old nursing student went out on a jog one morning, but she never got the opportunity to return home. She was brutally murdered by one of the millions of illegal border crossers President Biden chose to release into our homeland. Y'all, as a mom, I can't quit thinking about this. I mean, this could have been my daughter. This could have been yours. And tonight, President Biden finally said her name. But he refused to take responsibility for his own actions. Mr. President, enough is enough. Innocent Americans are dying, and you only have yourself to blame. Fulfill your oath of office. Reverse your policies. End this crisis and stop the suffering. Sadly, we know that President Biden's failures don't stop there. His reckless spending dug our economy into a hole and sent the cost of living through the roof. We have the worst inflation in 40 years and the highest credit card debt in our nation's history. Let that sink in. Hardworking families are struggling to make ends meet today. And with soaring mortgage rates and sky-high childcare costs, they're also struggling to how to plan for tomorrow. The American people are scraping by, while President Biden proudly proclaims that Bidenomics is working. Goodness, y'all, bless his heart. We know better. I'll never forget stopping at a gas station in Chilton County one evening. The gentleman working the counter told me that after retiring, he had to pick up a job in his 70s so that he didn't have to choose between going hungry or going without his medication. He said, I did everything right. I did everything I was told to do. I worked hard. I saved. I was responsible. He's not alone. I hear similar concerns from fellow parents.
That's capitalism, not Biden.
Or whether I'm...
Wait, I'm sorry. What'd you say, Jones?
That was capitalism, not Biden.
I said that's capitalism, not Biden.
Why is she so concerned about people economy being bad? This bitch got millions in her bank account. Why is she so I love out of touch rich white folks. I really do. I love out of touch rich white folks.
This is like the original Birth of a Nation. Like,
Yeah.
That's literally what this is.
Yeah.
Then the only border policy that was overturned was the Remain in Mexico, which was stricken down by courts. That's not Biden, by the way.
Brown person bad. They're coming for your money. They're coming for this is a Birth of a Nation all over again.
So y'all hearing all the dog whistles?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So again, this is for educational purposes only on a public platform. Trigger warning.
Clearly, Bushmaster heard the dog whistle.
You can't when you're not. But I'm gonna keep playing. I'm just saying. We got a few minutes left. Hold on.
My kids' games. But let's be honest, it's been a minute since Joe Biden pumped gas, ran a carpool, or even pushed a grocery cart. Meanwhile, the rest of us see our dollar and we know it doesn't go as far. We see it every day. And despite what he tells you, our communities are not safer. For years, the left has coddled criminals and defunded the police, all while letting repeat offenders walk free. The result is tragic, but foreseeable. From our small towns to America's most iconic city streets, life is getting more and more dangerous. And unfortunately, President Biden's weakness isn't just hurting families here at home. He is making us a punchline on the world stage. Look, where I'm from, your word is your bond. But for 3 years, the president has demonstrated that America's word doesn't mean what it used to. From abandoning our allies in his disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan to...
Can you pause real quick, Auntie?
Absolutely.
The Afghanistan withdrawal was a plan that was written up by Trump. Biden just enacted it and also pushed it back. Please, also, y'all, just take this with a grain of salt. This is very performative, y'all. This is also trigger warning. Recently, Republicans have put in a bill and a budget to defund the FBI and other police forces as well. So she's saying that Democrats are wanting to, or Biden's wanting to defund the police. They have actually proposed it. Thanks.
She's up to 14 lies. She's told 14 lies so far.
And we also know that there was a bipartisan bill on the table in the House and the Senate. And the Cheeto told Mike Johnson, no, don't work it out. Right? Don't work it out. Wait till I get elected so I can fix it. That is, you can find that you can search that. That has been said.
I also want to point out before we start play again that she's talking about prices and being out of touch with prices while running for and campaigning for a man that said you needed ID to buy bread. Let that sink in.
Squeeze me. Say that one more time. I was
Donald
blinking.
Donald Trump said that you needed ID to buy a loaf of bread. So let's talk about rich and out of touch with the normal people in a country. So I just want everybody to put that into account and let that sink in.
Oh, you know, when given the opportunity, I'm going to screen record all of this and debunk all of this with a fact. And my question is how she described this woman that had been whatever by the cartels. Why won't she allow her in here as a safe space? She cares so much, right? Okay, maybe it's just me. I mind my fat ass light skin business. Hold on, and we're continuing.
With Iran, President Biden has failed. We've become a nation in retreat. And the enemies of freedom, they see an opportunity. Putin's brutal aggression in Europe has put our allies on the brink. Iran's terrorist proxies have slaughtered Israeli, Jews, and American citizens. They've targeted commercial shipping, and they've attacked our troops nearly 200 times since October, killing 3 U.S. soldiers and 2 Navy SEALs.
Trigger warning.
Meanwhile, the Chinese Communist Party is undercutting America's workers. China is buying up our farmland, spying on our military installations, and spreading propaganda through the likes of TikTok. You see, the CCP knows that if it conquers the minds of our next generation, it conquers America. And what does President Biden do? Well, he bans TikTok for government employees, but creates an account for his own campaign. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. Look, we all recall when presidents faced national security threats with strength and resolve. That seems like ancient history. Right now, our commander-in-chief is not in command.
Oh.
The free world deserves better than a dithering and diminished leader. America deserves leaders who recognize that secure borders, stable prices, safe streets, and a strong defense are actually the cornerstones of a great nation. Just ask yourself, are you better off now than you were 3 years ago? There's no doubt we're at a crossroads, and it doesn't have to be this way. We all feel it. But here's the good news. We, the people, are still in the driver's seat. We get to decide whether our future will grow brighter or whether we'll settle for an America in decline. Well, I know which choice our children deserve. I know the choice the Republican Party is fighting for. We are the party of hard-working parents and families. And we need to give you and your children the opportunities to thrive.
Itchy, you have something to say, beloved? Because I got about maybe 2 more minutes of this foolishness and fuckery left.
Yeah, no, I was just saying dog whistle the last 2 times she blew that motherfucker. That's all.
Okay. Point out the whistles. Let the blow the whistle. Ain't that a song? Say blow the whistle. Ain't that a song? Yeah, y'all. Whoever is partaking of the lettuce, baby, you gonna need a whole bunch of lettuce. You gonna need a whole field of lettuce after y'all get through with this here.
They also recently changed from a talking point they were saying, were we better off are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? Last night, she's the first GOP or Republican to say 3 years ago, which is a noticeable change because they know America was not better off 3 years. I mean, yeah, better than 4 years ago during the pandemic. So that is a change of the
Look, not
speech.
to
this time.
mention we are still living under the Cheeto dust-colored fuck nuggets economy. Because the new economy is not up for review until the end of next year. So we are still living under Trump's economy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's continue. I ain't got but 2 minutes left if y'all don't have nothing else to say. Because I'm going to fix me some coffee and I'm going to put something in this damn coffee after this.
Hold on. Hey, BG, just because I stutter over a word, you need to go get you a fucking license.
Yeah, I was gonna say Spiff. We ain't even paying that shit no attention.
Oh, somebody, BG is being ableist? Is that what he doing?
No, he's just
He's
in
good.
the
He's
comments.
good.
Oh,
Just in the
okay,
comments,
because
yeah.
I got
Just
the
like-
power. Don't make me use them. I'm going to continue.
And we want families to grow. It's why we strongly support continued nationwide access to in vitro fertilization. We want to help loving moms and dads bring precious life into this world.
Anybody going to tell her that it was the Republicans blocking the in vitro
It was
thing?
her. Queen Mother, she blocked the bill, y'all. Everyone, there's two things. One, she also helped written that HR2 border bill. And then she also voted against it. She helped write it, but she also voted against it. She also, I think she has children from IVF, and she also blocked the nationwide protection, for IVF just last week herself. She blocked the bill. So, yeah.
You have got to be shitting me.
Facts, no fiction. All gas, no.
Let's get it. I'm gonna obliterate her. I'm gonna post it on Instagram and tag her stupid ass. But I'm gonna continue.
Wesley and I believe there is no greater blessing in life than our children. And that's why tonight I want to make a direct appeal to the parents out there, and in particular to my fellow moms, many of whom I know will be up tossing and turning at 2 a.m., wondering how you're going to be in 3 places at once and then somehow still get dinner on the table. First of all, we see you, we hear you, and we stand with you. I know you're frustrated. I know you're probably disgusted by most of what you see going on in Washington, and I'll be really honest with you, you're not wrong for feeling that way. Look, I get it. The task in front of us isn't an easy one, but I can promise you one thing. It is worth it. So I am asking you, for the sake of your kids and your grandkids, get into the arena. Every generation has been called to do hard things. American greatness rests in the fact that we always answer that call. It's who we are. Never forget, we are steeped in the blood of patriots who overthrew the most powerful empire in the world. We walk in the footsteps of pioneers who tamed the wild. We now carry forward the same flame of freedom as the liberators of an oppressed Europe. We continue to draw courage from those who bent the moral arc of the universe. And when we gaze upon the heavens, never forget that our DNA contains the same ingenuity that put man on the moon. America has been tested before, and every single time we've emerged unbowed and unbroken. Our history has been written with the grit of men and women who got knocked down. But we know their stories because they did not stay down. We are here because they stood back up. So now it's our turn, our moment to stand up and prove ourselves worthy of protecting the American dream. Together, we can reawaken the heroic spirit of a great nation. Because America, we don't just have a rendezvous with destiny. We take destiny's hand and we lead it. Our future starts around kitchen tables just like this, with moms and dads just like you. And you are why I believe with every fiber of my being that despite the current state of our union, our best days are still ahead. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless these United States of America.
Okay.
I want to know what the fuck was that?
Hold on. Was that Amir? Amir, you better stop
Yes,
impressing.
ma'am.
You better stop impressing me now, shit. You cut that shit out. You cut that out. Stop impressing me. Okay. That's the first time I'd seen that in its entirety. I saw small clips of it on the Twitterises. We gonna need a moment, because I don't know about y'all, but I counted about 52 and 12/8 dog whistles. My math could be wrong. But we need a moment. We need a moment to process. Dear black folk, dear brown folk, dear native and indigenous folk, and other folks of color, she ain't talking about us. In case you were wondering, she ain't talking about us.
Absolutely.